Another homeless person burned to death. It's the 6th one this year.
And the killer?
Nothing, Henry. The victims are faceless and nameless, and no one cares. Not the media, the police, or politicians.
Some people do care. I care.
There's almost nothing we can do from here. Go talk to them, get their names, count them, offer them our help and resources. Convince them they can have a better life. Take a look at this list. In all these places, there are homeless people we still haven't contacted. We have to continue our work, despite the danger.
I'll do my best. I'll start with the first one, and...
Cadway Station? Forget that one.
Wait for me here.
Want me to go with you?
I'd rather you stayed and watched the van.
It's too dangerous. It's on the list because... how should I know? No one has gone there since the hall collapsed, and frankly, I doubt there's anyone still living in that hellhole. Do me a favor. Stay out of trouble, okay?
A heretic has profaned sacred ground, Choke. What should we do with him?
Have ourselves some fun.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters!
Silence! I've asked you to come to the Hall of Eternity because the peace of our community has been disturbed. Show yourself, heretic. Who are you?
My name is Henry White.
Good. That's what appears on your ID. Did you think for 1 minute we wouldn't look in your pockets, Henry White? So, Henry White, let's talk about you. What does your family do?
Answer or I'll shoot, heretic.
My family is dead.
All the better. That way, there's no one to cry over your disappearance. What do you say? But let's not prejudge him, brothers and sisters. Let's let him defend himself. Why have you profaned our temple, heretic?
I've come to help you. You can see that I work for the children of Don Quixote. It's a foundation that helps homeless people by offering them shelter, food, resources, and even identification papers.
Is that so? What do you think, brothers and sisters? Henry White, I've been alive for over 80 years. I can see through your lies. You work for a foundation that works to deprive us of our rights. Look at us. Do we look like we need shelter, food, resources? In what way is all that going to help us, heretic? In nothing! In nothing!
Can I shoot now, Choke?
Should I tell Boris to shoot Henry White? Or do you think you can come up with a reason why your existence should continue?
I have a good friend waiting for me to come back. He has anger management issues. If you hurt me, He'll take revenge.
You have a friend who's going to take revenge on all of us? Bring it on.
I'm the heir to one of the largest fortunes in America. When it's mine, I'll use it to make this world a better place.
What do you think, brothers and sisters, of this bold and vacuous promise?
You can't kill me. My death would weigh on your consciences.
You're wrong, heretic. Nothing gives greater moral satisfaction than liberating humanity of a tainted soul.
I don't want to seem conceited, but according to IQ tests, my intelligence is above average.
So, you're intelligent. I never would have guessed. Prove it. Have you ever played chess?
I'm not bad at it. I'm champion in my university.
White has a chance at checkmate in one move. What is it?
This move is famous, the evergreen from 1852. Bishop takes the knight at e7 and checkmate.
Well done. But it was your memory that saved you, not your deductive capacity. Let's see now. White makes a single move. That, although it doesn't result in checkmate, leaves black without options.
Move the pawn from g2 to g3. Easy.
Yes, as you said, it was easy. Let's see if you can resolve this one. Despite its desperate situation, White has a chance at checkmate in one move.
Why are you making it so easy for me? Move the bishop from d6 to e7 and checkmate.
I don't need to test you any further, Henry White. You are intelligent, there's no doubt. But what is the source of this intelligence? God or the devil? You project kindness, but I perceive something dark in you, heretic. I need to cleanse my soul before deciding your fate.
Life
Or death. The coin of judgment has been tossed, Henry White. Let Boris block the exit and make sure that the heretic doesn't escape or bother you while I play.
He wouldn't dare try, Choke.
As for the rest of you, do me a favor and don't go too far away.
Well, keep looking then. Find my Danny and call me when you have him or... Hello? Hello? Fuck!
Are you the person who brought the toys that are on the platform?
Yes. Danny will want toys. Did you know it was his birthday? I'll go pick him up at school. We'll catch the subway at Cadway Station, and I don't want to be late. No overtime today. I'll drop whatever I'm doing and go to meet him. Happy birthday.
What did you do before you lived here?
Me? I set prices for things. Companies used to pay me a fortune for me to tell them if something was expensive or cheap, if it was worth buying or selling at a certain price. I worked a lot. Too much. It wasn't worth it.
Is your name really Boris? You don't have an accent.
I don't want people to remember my real name. I hate names. If Choke calls me Boris, I'm Boris. Many happy returns.
Who is Choke?
The reason I'm still alive. How old are you turning today? I would have rotted here if he hadn't come with his energy, his pickpocketing techniques, his drivel, and his will to live.
Do you think Choke is crazy?
A total nutball. He must have been hit on the head or something, because he can't remember anything from when he was young. What a shame. Look, wax from the candles has dripped on the cake. Sometimes he remembers things. Little flashes having to do with the scar on his hand. With the Y. Something about some cult. Then he loses it, like now, and thinks he's in the past. Funny old bastard, isn't he?
Do you really think he wants to kill me?
Choke doesn't mess around. For him, this is sacred ground, and you've profaned it. If he decides you should die, you die.
I think I know what that phone call you received earlier was about, and I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about, eh? There's nothing to be sorry about. They'll find Danny. They'd better. Happy birthday.
Let me go. Please. My family is wealthy. They can pay you a handsome reward.
I used to make $3,000 a day. 3,000! And look at me now. Do you think I give a shit about money? You can't buy me, heretic. I spit on your money.
think I know what that phone call you received earlier was about, and...
What are you sorry about, eh?
I can help you, Boris. My group works to give people like you a future.
No. Anyway, aren't you rich? Why do you help homeless people?
I like doing things for myself. Someday, when the White Empire is mine, I'll cover all the cost of the Children of Don Quixote and of 1,000 other associations. But it isn't mine yet, and I can only do so much. Is Choke the one murdering the hobos?
What kind of question is that? Choke? A hobo killer? What if it's me? Or you? Would you like a piece of cake?
What do these mannequins in the hall symbolize?
Ask Choke. I understand they're his fellow cult members. Didn't I tell you that Choke was in a cult? Are you coming to the party?
I'm the heir to White Enterprises, and someday it'll all be mine.
I don't want to be.
Why did Choke give me this subway token?
How should I know? The letter Y means something to Choke. Didn't you see his hand?
Call for you on this phone, Boris.
Hello? Where is Danny? Where? No, I don't read the papers. What happened at Cadway Station? No. It's not him. That child is not my Danny. It's not him. You understand? That is not my son. We'll keep looking, and call me when you find him. Not someone else. Him!
I'm watching the van, man. It's just that...
Come, Cooper.
But didn't you want me?
They're crazy and armed, you hear me? Be careful.
Come on, Henry. No way I'm falling for that.
The time's come, heretic. Prepare to die.
Afraid of the dark, Cooper? Why don't you make a torch? Oh, yeah, now I remembered, because you don't know how! Look, everybody, at the idiot who can't figure out how to make a torch! But no laughing, because it's pathetic! And he's a scumbag. You're a scumbag, aren't you, Cooper? You're pathetic, and you're a scumbag, right? Huh? Mr. Scumbag! Lighting the torch, you have to make it first! Make it! Can you process that word, Cooper? You take a stick, and then what? Oh, I already know what you'd like to do with that stick, you scumbag! Playing with fire, Cooper? Are you scared of the dark? Do you want me to change your sheets? Or would you rather I peed in your bed to save you the time, scumbag? Cooper, you scumbag! Why did you hit Johnson, huh? He said what about your mother? There's probably some truth in it. And it's about time you learned to think, instead of resorting to violence all the time. You are pathetic, Cooper.
After cleansing my soul of lies of the malignant one, I have filled it with discernment and have reached a decision. The heretic Henry White shall be subjected to the judgment of God, and thereby shall be flung into the well of truth. If the rats, those diabolical beings that inhabit it, perceive traces of divine goodness in Henry White's soul, they will rise up against him, tearing into his mortal flesh with their nails and teeth until he bleeds to death. In this case, we will rejoice at having led the soul of a just man to heaven. But if, on the contrary, Henry White is as diabolical as they are, they will treat him with respect. And in that case, I myself shall, with a single shot, send his abominable, detestable, and repugnant soul to hell. Nevertheless, before flinging him into the well, I shall grant him enough time to ask forgiveness of the High One and prepare his soul in peace. We pray silently for your poor soul, Henry White.
Have you ever heard of a wedge, huh? Even if we had the biggest one in the world, we wouldn't be able to get it into your head. Ain't that right, scumbag?
Oh, souls from paradise, look all of you upon Henry White, the heretic who
Tread on holy ground because he is a scumbag, right, Cooper? Now, what are you gonna do for your friend? Take a piss in the well like a sissy boy? Or are you gonna act like a man for once? Come on, shoot, you guys.
Bastard!
Henry?
There aren't any rats. They were laughing at us. At Henry White.
What are we gonna do with them? Henry, you okay?
We're not gonna burn these ones.
Mr. White, your 6 o'clock is here. It's John yesterday.
Thank you, Lori. My compliments to your stylist. Great suit.
I picked it out, Mr. White.
Ah, then my compliments to Human Resources for hiring you.
You hired me yourself, Mr. White.
Oh, I see.
Tell him to come right in, please.
Mr. White will see you now, Mr. Yesterday.
Thank you.
Come over here, John. Have a look at this sunset. My advice to you is, if in your next life you come back as a filthy rich businessman, remember to get an office with a view like this. It's the only part that's really worth it in the end.
I can't even remember what I've done in this life, Mr. White.
Henry. Call me Henry. You used to call me that.
How is your mother doing?